All right, here we go. And welcome back to the Y.E.S. Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Borda, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness, coming to you from right here in our coaching center down at Y.E.S Fitness on this kind of really chilly Tuesday afternoon in Burlington. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say today. I hope I give you some good insight on fall prevention, actually. I want to give you some tips on what it takes to actually prevent falls. But before that, just quickly, one little housekeeping here. We will be closed Memorial Day weekend. We're closed that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's the first big weekend of the summer, and we just close our doors and relax and spend time with our family. So I hope you do too. We don't expect you to be out there working out during those times. So we are closed Memorial Day weekend. So let's get right into this today, because often when people come through my door, we put them through our screening, our FMS screening. They realize that maybe they've lost some balance that they had when they were younger, and they never realized it before because we put them through the screen and they realize, uh-oh, I don't have the balance that I want to have. And we will work on balance. Balance is important. Balance is the makeup of proprioception on the bottom of your feet, your visual system, your auditory system, all those things working together as one. But really one of the keys to balance is you can have all the balance in the world, but to prevent a fall, balance is important, but it's really the fall prevention that is what's key. And the ability to prevent that fall from happening. Because there are times where we lose our balance and it doesn't really have anything to do with any one of those sensory systems, because you might be towards the edge of a curb and somebody might knock you a little bit. Next thing you know, you've fallen off that curb. So that had nothing to do with your proprioception, your visual, or your inner ear, or anything like that, because it just happened as an accident. You didn't realize it was going to happen. So how do we actually prevent that fall? Well, I've talked about it before. We've talked about the ability to be able to decelerate and have your body accept those forces, have your muscles be able to move quickly and accept the force, stop you from falling, and then push you back up, okay? But no matter what the population is or what the activities on hands, your ability to react and generate force quickly is what's critical to overall function and safety during your movement. And reactive training is just that, your ability to react and move quickly. So reactive training is defined as quick, powerful movements involving an eccentric contraction or the reduction of force. So an eccentric contraction is when you go to step and you do a lunge and you start to move down and your muscles lengthening and you're going down, the ability to contract under load like that, followed up by an explosive concentric contraction, or the ability to produce force, or to be able to come back up. So if you jump and you come down, the muscles are lengthening under load, that's an eccentric contraction. And then when you pop back up, that's your concentric force. So the abilities your body's ability to do that in a forceful manner is what reactive training is. It incorporates the stretching capabilities of your tissues to store the energy, okay, as potential energy, and then to utilize that energy as kinetic energy or energy of motion to be able to generate those forces efficiently, to be able to stop the fall and pop yourself back up. Now, reactive power or reactive training like this also teaches the mechanisms of our nervous system to recruit muscles quickly, thus enhancing the rate at which the muscle will generate force. So when we think about some of the reactive training or some of the deceleration training we do that in a controlled fashion. We know what's going to happen. We know that we're going to do a step forward lunge and decelerate, or a jump squat and decelerate, or we might be doing some ladder drills and we're moving our feet quickly in and out of the ladder drill. But we're not training our body to do that quickly in the sense that your body knows that it's going to happen. It's not a reactive quickness. It's just your body's ability to move quickly. And what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to train that reactive power. So it enhances your ability to dynamically stabilize and reduce and produce forces at speeds that are functionally applicable to the task at hand. So, and our nervous system will only recruit muscles at the speed at which it's trained. So, if you don't train your nervous system to recruit muscles quickly, when it comes time to meet the demands of that activity, the fall, to be able to prevent the fall, the nervous system won't be able to do that. So, for example, if you're on a curb and you go to step off that curb and the curb is deeper than what you expected, you're going to lose your balance and you're going to fall. If the nervous system hasn't been trained to move quickly and appropriately to react to that, you're going to lose your fall. And you can't train reactive training and know what you're going to do. So, for example, if you're driving your car, right, and you see a tree up ahead on the road, you're going to push your foot onto the brake and slow down and decelerate, right? Decreasing your chances of having that accident. But if you're driving along and a ball pops right out in front of your car or a deer jumps in front of your car, you're going to react quickly and slam your foot on the brake. That's the two differences. So when we're exercising, if we know what's coming, if we know that we're going to do a step forward lunge, and we're going to step forward lunge, decelerate, or we're going to move laterally to a lateral lunge and decelerate, or if we're going to jump and land and decelerate, and then pop back up, or if we're doing some type of ladder drill, agility ladder drill, we're moving our feet in and out, even if it's like an icky shuffle, you go in and out and pause to decelerate, you're thinking about that, you're knowing that it's going to happen. So one of the keys is to put some reactive training into your program. So the mind isn't working, the nervous system is working. And that's what I think you need to try to start thinking about. We've talked about power and the ability to decelerate to prevent falls. Now you have to take it up a notch and you have to start to put some reactive work in there, some reactive training, so that your body will learn through its nervous system how to react when it's getting ready to fall. Just think about it, you've got to be able to move that foot quickly. If you go on a trip, the foot needs to move really quickly. It's funny, I was just in Utah at a mastermind, my coaching group, and I was talking to my mentor about this and how we can incorporate this into our programs, which we're going to start doing actually in June, next month. We'll be incorporating this into our programs. We do a lot of deceleration training, do a lot of balance training, we do a lot of fall prevention training, strengthening, flexibility, core strength, all those kind of things, but it's the reactive part that we're missing, so we're going to put that in there. And when I was sitting on my chair during a workshop, during the seminar, during the conference, I kind of leaned back in my chair a little bit too far, and started to fall, and I quickly was able to move my feet and stop my fall, and the chair fell to the ground, but I did not. That is reactive power, that's reactive training, that's my body's ability to move quickly to react to that. I didn't think about, hey, you know what, I'm going to fall, so let's move my foot out there. It just happened like that. So you need to put that type of training into your program. And one thing that's important to note this, you don't just start off doing reactive training, okay? You should only do it if you've already incorporated some of the other things into your exercise program. Like you've already obtained enough strength to be able to decelerate. You have the correct amount of flexibility for the body to move, right mobility in your program, the correct enough core strength, enough balance capability. So there's a lot that you need to do before you go and jump into some reactive training. Because if you just do some reactive training and you're not flexible enough or you don't have enough strength, next thing you know you're going to fall. If you don't have enough core strength, you're going to fall. So you need to make sure that your program has got these things in it already: flexibility, core strength, mobility, balance, deceleration, the ability to accept forces in the body, before you start to work into your reactive training stuff. It's important. As you can see, you want to be able to react quickly when that situation arises. When the situation arises where you might have lost your balance, not because you didn't see something or you didn't hear something a certain way or your proprioception was off. It's just an accident. Okay, it's just an accident. You go walking on the ground and there might be a soft spot in the yard and it's soft and it goes down. That has nothing to do with your balance. That has to do with your fall prevention to keep you from falling. Can you move quickly enough to be able to absorb those forces and then have enough strength to pop yourself up, that concentric contraction to pop yourself up? So think about that. If you have any questions on how to get to the point of being able to include some reactive training in your training, or how to do some reactive training, leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to answer a question for you. Give me a call down here at Y.E.S Fitness, 860-673-4293. Walk through my door. I know we're putting this into our programs. It's that important in fall prevention. We want to always keep moving forward. You don't want to keep what we were doing 10 years ago, because 10 years ago, 5 years ago is obsolete. That training is obsolete. So that's it. That's what I have for you today to help you with your fall prevention and your strength. This goes with all ages. You don't have to be old to be thinking about this. If you're an athlete, you're thinking about this. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, any point in time, you could go and be falling. Okay? And you want to be able to prevent that fall. So you look for more information next Tuesday from me on our Virtual Longevity Podcast. We're going to be insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.